The medical examiner has revealed the cause of death for Mica Miller, the wife of a pastor in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as an investigation continues into what led to her death. According to Robeson County Medical Examiner Dr. Richard Johnson, Miller died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, ABC 15 first reported. Johnson told the station, based on the nature of the wound, it is consistent with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And it was not in the back of the head, as it has been speculated. Death of South Carolina pastor's wife under investigation as her family warns of false stories. The Robeson County Sheriff's Office also acknowledged the medical examiner's findings. Officials said Sheriff Bernice Wilkins has scheduled a meeting with Miller's family and will be releasing more detailed information to substantiate the medical examiner's findings tomorrow evening. Sheriff Wilkins asked the public to wait for the full timeline of events before making assumptions and coming to conclusions. Robeson County officers reportedly located Miller's body on April 27 in the Lumber River State Park, about an hour drive from the Millers' hometown of Myrtle Beach last weekend. John Paul, Miller's husband and pastor of their church, told his congregation that his wife died by suicide and that she had struggled with her mental health for years, prior to the medical examiner's office releasing its report. New reports released by the Horry County Sheriff's Office on Monday detail harassment incidents leading up to Miller's death and that she was afraid for her life, according to ABC 15. According to the documents obtained by ABC 15, Miller reported to police that a razor blade was placed in her tire. She claimed this was also the second time a razor had deflated her tire within that week. The report stated that Miller noticed strange activity and believed people were following or watching her. Miller also told police that the unidentified suspect had a history of similar actions against her, the report detailed. However, police stated there was not enough evidence to prove that the suspect placed the razor device under the tire. Later that same morning, Mica Miller called the police once again while on her way to a Honda dealership to get her tire fixed. The report stated that Mica Miller stopped at a gas station to fill up her vehicle before heading to the dealership when the suspect pulled up alongside her. She reportedly told him to go away, and he sped off before she could record the encounter. While standing with the officer, Mica Miller received a no-caller ID call, which ended up being the suspect, the officer noted in the report. The suspect was advised that the victim does not want any further contact and, if he proceeds, warrants may be written up. The suspect acknowledged the advisory, police stated. Mica Miller then told the officer she was afraid for her life. She also said that she blocked the suspect's number and would still get calls and texts from him on other numbers. After the officer left, Mica Miller contacted police and claimed the mechanics had found a tracking device on her vehicle. The Horry County Clerk's Office in South Carolina previously confirmed to Fox News Digital that Mica Miller had filed 3 different, separate support and maintenance requests since last year, the latest filed on April 16. Separate support and maintenance allows one spouse to receive court-ordered support from another spouse without officially divorcing. Since Miller's death, which has rocked the Myrtle Beach community, her family and friends have been sharing posts on social media with the hashtag #JusticeForMica. Her sister pleaded with friends on social media to not listen to false stories being shared about Miller. Mica was a God-fearing, joyful, loving woman who did not deserve the abuse she endured. If you hear anything about this from anyone other than her family, please question it. Reach out to her siblings or parents, she wrote. An announcement made by Solid Rock Church on Monday said Pastor John Paul Miller was released from his ministerial functions for a time of healing, counsel, and guidance, pursuant to our governing instrument, ABC 15 reported. The church's website was also suspended.
Don't forget to subscribe my channel to get any news update.